A date with danger, huh? This is gonna be a Chase-focused episode, isn't it? Oh, I kid the man in black, but in all honesty, I have grown to like Chase's character quite a bit. Sure, his first few focused episodes weren't very good, but the show has been able to flesh out his character through his interactions with other people, namely Shelby and Chloe. Still, given the title, this will likely be another singularly focused Chase episode, so let's see if the writers have learned anything since Breaking Black as we talk about episode 4, A Date with Danger. The episode opens with the Rangers at the lab and Sir Ivan calling Riley's new telescope sorcery since he can't believe that something like that can see into space. Riley says it's not sorcery, just mirrors, while Chase gets his trophies ready to show off at a date. Everyone pretty much stops what they're doing to comment on Chase's dating habits, even remembering flashbacks of previous dates, but Chase says this new girl's different before he electrocutes himself as he makes his exit. Meanwhile, a comet carrying a threatening alien lands near town where he meets Snide, Wrench, and Fury, who are just walking around in the forest for some reason. Snide asks the new guy why he shouldn't just kill him right there, but the general says he heard a rumor about Snide willing to partner with anyone who can get him the energems, which is why he's there. Fury instantly dislikes the newbie, but Snide likes what he hears, saying the Rangers are about to meet their match. Later, Chase is on his date with a girl named Kaylee, which to Chase apparently means doing a bunch of tricks at the skate park while she just watches. After Chase finishes showing off, Kaylee asks if they can do something else, but Chase interrupts her, talking about how awesome he is at skateboarding and that he's just a regular guy. Kaylee checks the time on her bracelet and tells Chase she'll call him later, and even though Chase says she's not wearing a watch, Kaylee leaves anyway. Cut to Tyler finding a random letter in his Jeep, which he opens.
Dear Tyler, you don't know me, but I was the last person to see your father before he disappeared.
Whoa, hey, okay, I guess we're done with that. Tyler morphs into action, followed by Chase, who's also nearby, before the two come face to face with Fury, who introduces the new general, Singe. Singe comments how heroes give him a headache, even though he didn't mention that to Snide before going on this mission, and decides to destroy the Rangers to cure his pain. Singe pulls out his blast blaster and starts attacking the two, with the blaster being pretty powerful since it destroys a pillar that the Rangers try to hide behind. After finding more cover, one of Singe's stray blasts hits a nearby old lady, so Chase goes to help her while Tyler gives him cover. Wait, isn't Chase the hotshot? Wouldn't it make more sense for Chase to cover Tyler? Kaylee, who's driving nearby, sees Chase saving the woman and offers to get her to safety before being in awe of the Black Ranger's heroism as he re-enters the fight. Chase activates Dino Armor X, but even that's not enough to take down Singe, who just knocks Chase back. The other Rangers come in to help, but Singe knocks them back as well before blasting them with an attack they narrowly avoid. Singe then says he'll have to finish the heroes later since his headache's getting worse, which doesn't fly well with Fury, who probably attacks Singe. While the villains are fighting, the Rangers try to destroy both monsters at once, but they're able to escape. When they get back to the ship, Wrench gives Singe a photo calling him Master before Heckle asks where the energems are, and Singe shows him a photo of Chase and Kaylee, saying that if the villains go after the people the Rangers care about, the team will fall apart. Heckle likes the plan, but warns Singe that he better get the energems before we cut to the museum, where Tyler shows Shelby the letter he got in his Jeep. Tyler says the letter's from a guy named Rusty, who was the last person to see his dad before he disappeared, and Shelby tells him that he should meet Rusty since it could help him in his search. Shelby wishes Tyler good luck, so he kisses her on the cheek as he leaves, which is shown as a big surprise, but it really shouldn't be since they've been on a date with each other. Chase in the meantime is showing off his various awards to Kaylee, but doesn't get too far as she breaks up with him. Kaylee says she's met someone else and starts to leave, but Chase stops her, asking who the chump is. Kaylee says it's the Black Ranger, and while Chase almost gives up his secret identity, he just says he's a big fan, and Kaylee agrees, saying the Black Ranger's so real, walking off after Chase says no one's more real than him. Later at the lab, Chase can't figure out why Kaylee would choose the Black Ranger over him, which confuses Coda since Chase is the Black Ranger. Hearing enough of this, Shelby questions Chase about his date, asking if he has any idea what Kaylee likes, making Chase realize where he went wrong. Chase says he's lost his chance since Kaylee likes the Black Ranger, but comes up with an idea and leaves, with Shelby warning him not to do something stupid. Cut to Tyler and his subplot? I don't really know what to call this, it just came out of nowhere. Tyler talks with Rusty, who tells Tyler about how his dad saved him in a cave-in during their last expedition, but ended up trapped underground. Tyler asks if his dad could have gotten out, and even though Rusty seems pretty positive that Tyler's dad's dead, Tyler himself thinks otherwise. We then get an oddly creepy scene where Rusty examines Tyler's energem, which is played so weirdly you'd think Rusty was a villain. Tyler thanks Rusty before leaving, and we cut to, oh no.
It's you!
So, what do you, do with your free time?
Well, promise not to laugh.
Yeah, sure.
Space. I love everything about outer space.
Space? Really?
I'm gonna be an astronaut.
That's amazing.
That wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Also, is Chase using an American accent? Neat. Cue a montage where Kaylee and the Black Ranger spend the day together, with the Ranger borrowing Riley's telescope to show Kaylee the stars. Kaylee asks who the Black Ranger is, but he says he can't tell her before resuming with the date. Afterwards, Chase looks through pictures of him and Kaylee on his phone when Keeper appears, seeing the Black Ranger's new friend. Chase says that Kaylee really likes him, but Keeper asks if Kaylee can truly be happy with the Black Ranger without knowing who he is, making Chase reevaluate his situation. On their next date, the Black Ranger tells Kaylee they should just be friends since he can never tell her who he is, and though Kaylee says he'll be hard to get over, the Black Ranger says there must have been someone before him. Kaylee remembers Chase, saying that he was so wrapped up in himself, trying to impress everyone, but the Black Ranger says that Chase may have tried to over-impress Kaylee because he was nervous around her. The Black Ranger goes on to say that Chase might regret messing things up with Kaylee before saying goodbye, and the two walk away from each other. Chase demorphs and grabs his skate gear before he hears a nearby scream and goes towards it. Chase finds Kaylee captured by Wrench and Singe, who start attacking, but Chase manages to fight them off as he rescues Kaylee. Chase tells Kaylee to get to safety while he calls the police, and after she leaves, Singe goes in for the kill, only to be stopped by Koda, Ivan, Shelby, and Riley. The five morph and pose, exclaiming Dino Supercharge for absolutely no reason before taking on the villains. Kendall tells Tyler of the situation as the Rangers hold off Wrench and Singe, faring much better in this fight than the last. Singe disappears before Sir Ivan and Riley can strike him down, so Shelby joins Chase to double team Wrench. Singe asks Heckle to make him grow, which he obliges, and Singe starts attacking the Rangers, but Tyler comes in, flying on the Plesio to give him some help. The others join Tyler, with Chase calling his Parasword, forming the para formation of the Plesio Charge Megazord, and the team activating Dino Superdrive mode. Though the new Megazord is powerful, Singe blocks its best shot with ease, so Riley calls on his Zord, forming the Raptor formation of the Plesio Charge Megazord. But even that doesn't seem to be enough, as Singe blocks that attack as well. Posandra then makes a comment about Singe being more effective than Fury, so he uses the Magna Beam to shrink Singe. Later on the ship, Fury finds Singe in his cell, and though he tries to kick the guy out, Singe says that Heckle told him he could pick his own cell, and decided to room with Fury, asking the General about the malfunctioning Magna Beam. Fury says that it's an old ship and that accidents happen all the time, warning Singe to watch his back. At the cafe, Kaylee decides to give Chase another chance since he saved her life, as long as he doesn't focus too much on himself, and the episode ends with Shelby asking Chase if he's focusing on the grill, with him saying that he's focused completely on the girl as he looks at Kaylee, resulting in him nearly burning the kitchen down for the second time. This episode is the best character-focused episode we've had for Chase, but that's primarily because Chase's section in the episode is the best part. His plot deals with the theme of being yourself, which is handled much more maturely and believably here than it has been in past Ranger series. Chase at the beginning of the episode is projecting an image of what he thinks girls like by being a show-off, which results in him losing Kaylee to the more heroic Black Ranger, a persona that Chase then uses to be more open and learn about Kaylee's interests, but he's still hiding behind a persona since he's fully morphed and using a fake accent around her. What's interesting is that both personas represent a different side to Chase's character, but not the full picture, meaning that Kaylee could never be happy with either one. It's only until Chase rescues Kaylee from Wrench and Singe that she's able to see the real him, which is why she gives him another shot at the end. Side note, I really want Kaylee to be a recurring character like Chloe, since she also brings out the best in Chase and their chemistry is really nice. Side note, isn't it interesting that the only New Zealand character in this show is speaking with an American accent when Power Rangers is filmed in New Zealand and has cast many New Zealand actors in previous series that are set in America? But sadly, everything else in this episode isn't as well done or interesting as the chase scenes. Don't get me wrong, the stuff with Tyler's fine, but it's even more out of place here than the Shelby Julian stuff in Royal Rangers, and while Singe's introduction isn't terrible, I have more of a problem with it on an overall story level than I do a script level. You mean to tell me that Heckle got his cover blown in the last episode, only to have the Rangers not even mention that that happened in this episode, and still have Snide not do anything? I was willing to accept that Snide was purposely staying away from the Rangers so that Heckle could keep his identity secret, but since the Rangers now know who he is, why would both of them just stay on the ship in this episode and not do anything? It can't be that Heckle's more vulnerable than Snide, since we've seen that both of them are super powerful in their own right. And not only does this episode underuse its main villain, but it introduces a new character and gives him the introduction that I thought Snide should have had. The show didn't even let us digest the Rangers dealing with Heckle now as a threat. It immediately starts to change the status quo again, making the continuous story feel like it's all over the place. Overall, while this episode isn't by itself terrible and shows some strong character moments, when placed into the continuity of the previous episodes, it makes the season story feel like it's directionless, and I hope that the next episode will get the show back on track. I'm Nick, aka IronBat1993, and may the power protect you.